Hi guys, welcome back to Bow's Fan TV, and today we're back with another video doing the match reaction to last night's 0-0 draw against SLIGO Rovers at the Showgrounds. Yeah, you know, a point apiece is probably the fair result. I don't think either team did enough to win it on the night. You know, look, we had our chances. You know, SLIGO did themselves, but look, I think overall, you know, it was quite an end-to-end game. There wasn't really much in it. And yeah, a draw was how it ended. And look, it is a little bit frustrating. You know, would have been, you know, if we got the 3 points here, would have been great. You know, to be able, being able to capitalise on Derry not winning there on Friday night, and it would have gave us a real leg up then in the race for Europe. But yeah, I mean, I thought the first half, I think we had our chances. You know, we went close a couple of times. Flores had a header that you know, you had a free header, put it over the bar from a corner, and Clark went close a couple of times. He pulled a good save from Sargent, and then another one where he just curled it past the post. And SLIGO went close a couple of times themselves. Owen Eldon pulled a good save from Casper, and then Eldon had another effort then with his right foot that Casper saved. And yeah, you know, that was all really in terms of chances. It was quite even. But look, we were still chipping away. A couple of times we were a little bit sloppy and we gave the ball away. Cornwall made a bit of a mistake at the back, and that allowed Elding in, and then he fired over. But yeah, other than that, I thought we were okay. I thought we were in the game. But second half, we thought, you know, we had all the ball really. We had the line share possession. We got forward, but never really looked like scoring. We had a few opportunities. Dale Rooney, you know, he gets on the end of a cross from Clark. He kind of flicks it towards goal. It hits the post, and it looks like it was going to go in off Sargent, but he managed to gather it. And Flores had an effort from outside the box that was well saved by Sargent. And look, he always seems to have a great game against us. I don't know why. Then for me, probably the biggest chance at the half was from Douglas James Taylor. He puts the ball in, and it's a big opportunity squandered. I think he should be scoring. You know, he's completely free, you know, very close to the goal, and he puts the header over the bar, and yeah, I think he really should be scoring there. But other than that, we didn't really create anything else. Sligo offered a bit of a threat on the counter, but never really tested Casper too much. And yeah, 0-0 was how it ended. And yeah, like I said at the start of the video, it's probably the fair result. It was quite end-to-end for most of the game. I thought second half we took control, but we never really, you know, apart from those chances that we talked about, we never really looked like scoring. You know, again, the lack of cutting edge, you know, cost us, and yeah, it's frustrating. You know, 3 points would have really put us in a good place. You know, we would have, you know, extended that bit of a gap that we have over Derry and Pats and Drogheda. You know, the rest of the chasing pack. And yeah, you know, you might look back at this at the end of the season, if we do get Europe, as, you know, it was a great point gained, or if we don't get Europe, it was a, you know, it was a big opportunity missed, and hopefully it's not the latter. You know, hopefully we're not looking back at last night as a you know, a real opportunity missed. And yeah, you know, it just makes the next few weeks even bigger now. You know, after the international break, we've got Derry at home, and that's now a must win. I think it was already a must win even before this game. But yeah, you know, it's really important we go out there and get the win. And then I think the week after that we have Waterford at home. So look, 2 games at home to come after the international break. 2 games that we probably need to get 6 points from. And look, if we can do that, then you know, you put yourself in a good position then to hopefully secure Europe. But look, we've got to do that. You know, there's been times, you know, in the last few weeks where we've gone into games thinking, no, we'll win here, extend the gap, and you know, but we haven't managed to do it. And you know, last night was one of those games. But yeah, look, I think overall the performance wasn't terrible. I think we in the second half especially, we were in control, but did miss some big opportunities. And you know, we can't do better in front of goal. You know, it's been an issue for us for most of the season really, where we've managed to control games and carve out good chances, but not being able to take them, and it's cost us results. But yeah, it was an end-to-end game, and I think the draw was probably the fair result. But look, it just makes the next few weeks even bigger now, and hopefully, you know, the players will realise that now, and they'll rise to the task. But we've just got to move on to a really big game now against Derry after the international break. And look, it looks like we're gonna be without Dawson Devoy for that one. I think he picked up his 10th yellow card last night. It was a pretty silly yellow card as well. He kind of when the full-time whistle blew, he kind of nudged the Sligo player and was right in front of the referee, and he gave him the yellow. So yeah, he's obviously going to be a huge miss. You know, you're missing arguably our best player in the biggest game of the season so far, but we'll just have to manage without him and hope that we'll be able to get the win. But yeah, that's where I'll end it. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment down below what you thought about the game, and yeah, I'll see you for the preview for the Derry game after the international break.